Sneako both agreed and asked Sean Strickland to be sparring him. It's not like Sean Strickland legit grabbed a person from the street and forced him to be sparring him. Sneako 100% knew what he was doing. He's a consenting adult and he obviously knew what type of person Sean Strickland is. Welcome you back by a fresh video on the channel. Hope you have a wonderful day as well. But today your boy GenNot is gonna take a look at something I thought was pretty interesting. It's involving Joe Rogan, Sean Strickland and Sneako. I know, a weird group of people to be putting together, but basically Joe Rogan gave his opinion about the entire situation with Sneako and Sean Strickland. If you don't know what happened between them, so basically Sean Strickland and Sneako start sparring because Sneako legit asked him to be sparring him, and Sean Strickland agreed to that. I put the link in the description about the full situation if you're interested. And obviously Sean Strickland, being an ex-world champion, smoked Sneako, and Sneako legit got hit in the face many times. And there are two camps about the situation. One camp is saying that Sean Strickland was crossing a line and going too harshly against Sneako. Another camp is saying Sneako asked for it, so he shouldn't be crying. And Joe Rogan is going to give his opinion about the situation as well, and I thought it was pretty interesting, so that is why I wanted to cover it on the channel. And this honestly must be a high for Sneako, knowing that Joe Rogan knows him and Joe Rogan is talking about him in a podcast that is the world's most famous podcast as well. That must honestly be a high for Sneako. I would not be surprised if Sneako legit would be wanking off to that clip of Joe Rogan talking about him. And I'm not even joking about it, because Sneako is pretty attention horny. That was why he was doing the entire situation in the first place. But let's get started.
He seems to be sparring like any YouTuber or streamer that's prepared to get into the ring with him.
Well, he beat up that kid who's a smaller than him streamer named Sneako, which is not a good look. He beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah,
I just don't know why he wanted to do that. It was so easy for him to beat that guy up.
Well, it was what we were talking about before.
Yeah, it's not fair. It's just all. It's like it's not really. The kid. I don't know what that kid thought. First of all, he's so silly for doing that, for agreeing to do that with Sean Strickland.
I don't think Joe Rogan is too aware of who Sneako is, because else he would be knowing what Sneako was thinking in a moment and why he did it in the first place. He did it because he wanted to get the attention and clout, because he know in his head if he would be fighting someone like Sean Strickland, obviously a clip of him getting smoked would get viral, and it did happen. It did go pretty viral on Twitter. The hashtag was going pretty viral, so I guess he did get what he wanted in the first place, and that is the reason he did this entire situation. That is why he did the entire Red Bull stuff in the first place, because he didn't believe in the Red Bull stuff at all. He said that even in a previous video. He didn't believe in it, but he obviously said all that stuff because in a moment the Red Bull stuff was really popular and he was like drifting that entire vibe.
But Sean Strickland's a different animal. Sean Strickland has, he's got this man code, and he believes in it. Like, you got to get your ass kicked every now and then. He spars all the time, spars constantly, and if you agree to get in there with him, you're essentially agreeing to let him beat the you, because you don't really have a chance. Like, you have no chance.
Sneako both agreed and asked Sean Strickland to be sparring him. It's not like Sean Strickland legit grabbed a person from the street and forced him to be sparring him. Sneako 100% knew what he was doing. He's a consenting adult and he obviously knew what type of person Sean Strickland is. If you ever seen an interview with Sean Strickland, he's legit a savage. He's legit a person that seems to be enjoying smashing people in the face. And if you ask a person like Sean Strickland to be sparring with you, he's obviously gonna hurt you. He's obviously gonna smash you in the face. So I truly don't understand why people are saying, oh, he's going too harshly, because Sneako knew what he was doing. Sneako knew what he was signing up for. He wanted the attention and clout. That is why I don't feel bad for Sneako, because he 100% knew what he was signing up for. I'm gonna take a look at some of the comments of what people think about this entire situation. Someone is saying Sneako got exactly what he asked for and needed a reality check. Props to Sean for delivering it. That's honestly true, because sometimes you see celebrities or like influencers talking crap towards fighters and boxers, and some boxers, they go really soft with influencers and they not really hitting them, this and that. But obviously Sean Strickland is different. If you ask him to be sparring you, he's obviously gonna hit you really hard and put you in your place. Maybe that's like a good thing for Sneako. What I said in a previous video, I do respect respect Sneako for actually sparring someone like Sean Strickland, because it was pretty harsh. He got hit many times in the face. I don't think he has brain damage, because some fighters legit fight for like a decade and they don't get anything, but it still hurts obviously, and I do respect Sneako for that. I guess Sneako is having a W. Someone else is saying something about playing with fire and getting burned, so I guess most people, at least under the video of Joe Rogan talking about the situation, do think that Sneako was asking for it. But mostly on Twitter some people were saying, oh yeah, Sean Strickland is going too harshly, Sean Strickland shouldn't have done that. Someone is writing another comment, Sneako knew what he was getting into, props to him for taking it well. I do agree with that. I do think Sneako is looking pretty good in this entire situation. This is honestly like a good thing for him. He's getting exposure, he's seen as a dude that takes a hit in the face, so I think overall this is a pretty good development for Sneako. But having said all of this, what do you think about this entire situation? Do you think Sneako is taking a W, or do you think Sean Strickland is going too far in the sparring match? Leave it down in the comment section, would love to hear your opinion. If you enjoyed today's video, don't be shy, press the like button, helps with the algorithm and promoting the video and all that good stuff. If you want to get notified when your boy is uploading a new video, don't forget to subscribe on the channel, and I hope I will see you all in the next video.